Hey there, hi there, and welcome to my channel, Facility Tarot. So, this is going to be a dream reading for all signs, collective energy. Okay, I just got this amazing new deck, Starlore Arcana. Okay, I found this at Inquiring Bookstore in Socrates, New York. I love this bookstore. It is a great stop between all of my errands that I have to run on a daily basis. So it's really just like a cool little small business, and it's just like when you walk in there, it's just like you're transported to like another world, and you can pick up a book and just explore even another world. And I love it so much. And I went there the other day to pick up a book I ordered for my daughter, and I just could not help myself when I saw this Starlore Arcana. I just knew that I had to buy it. Look at this really beautiful like front case. I love this. And then if you open it up, look what's inside. Whoop, there's this beautiful yellow ribbon, and you take out the deck and check this out. It's gold. I love when designers use that gold on the deck. It just makes it like it's like you won gold. Like you won like a brick of gold. Doesn't that look like a brick of gold? I just love it. This is just one of the designs, so I can't wait to like dive into this and use it. And there's this really cute little like quote inside. Ask your question of the shining ones. Ask your question of the shining ones. So I'm excited. I'm excited to ask my question. Okay, so we have a guide to the cards, Natasha Rowland, forward by Sasha Ravich. Okay, so let's take a look here. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, contents, list of constellations, forward by Sasha Ravich, introduction, divinatory basics, brief meanings of the suits, numerology and court cards, consecrating your deck of cards, interpretations, clubs, wands, hearts, cups, spades, swords, diamonds, pentacles, bibliography, and notes. Ooh. And then it goes through all the constellations. Wow. I love this. Oh my gosh. I love this. Okay. For my darling daughters, Vinya and Gwyneth, for you to be acquainted with all the stars in the heavens. Oh, that's beautiful. I love this. Okay, so I'll just read the forward for you. The heart is the star of the body, through which all our viscera constellates. Wow. Via its tremendous throbbing orbit, the heart, like a star, is a pulsating generatrix of life, and so the capacity for us to experience the privilege of aliveness is created as much to the stars as it is to our heart. The mutual reciprocity between our bodies and the heavens is inseparable and inextricable. From the seed grows the blossoming mystery of our relationship to the firmament, an echoing Ouroboros of star fire that reminds us that we all gaze at in the cathedral ceilings of the heavens is mirrored without exception, down to the most microscopic minuet in our home. The earth, terra mundi, to desire connection with the stars is to reveal in the corporeal embodiment of the flesh. Subsequently, to ask questions to what is above us often means we must pursue answers from what is below. To bypass the quintessential importance of the mundane phenomenal world around us as a medium through which to communicate with the stellar is to misunderstand how immensely engageable, how profoundly eager for contact the numinous can be. This is especially true of those beings that populate our firmament sprawled out among the canopy of the sky, inviting us into their feathered wings or scaled embrace. If one seeks to know the constellations, if one aspires to become, yeah, host body to the stars, one does not need to leave the soul. Yeah. They stand upon the flesh itself is a conductor, and there are innumerable tools that have been cultivated over time in order to facilitate such present wisdoms being bequeathed to us. The term categorized refers to the process of a once living embodied corporal entity, a god, a demigod, a mortal, an animal, a monster, being commemorated and immortalized by being transformed into a constellation. The gods of Olympus, according to Greek antiquity, rewarded their heroes and villains alike with the process of categorization. This This remarkable unmasking of their phenomenal forms into these refined, less abstract, numerous constellations that watch over us in endless expanse of time. One wonders if it is their lingering memory of walking this earth and our echoing ancestral nostalgia that so compel us toward fascination, devotion, and inspired relationship with them. A particle of light suspended above us, winking and whispering, unmasking us. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, it's a spiritual. It's a spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. No, we don't need that. Okay. Whether it is within the mythopoeic mimesis and story preserving that Bernadette Brady shared with us, Brady's Book of Fixed Stars, the mundane and historical documentation of unparalleled measure from Diana Rosenberg, the way in which Menelaus and Scoreless the stars even further with his poetry of the centuries of talisman crafting, we have found in the name of the Mahini Via Various. Alrighty, so Bahini via various grimoires, like the Pictrix of three books of occult philosophy, or the popularity of cosmic horror and star-centric science fiction. The stars are as much a part of us as we are of them, and the exquisite and melancholy homesickness many of us feel for this stellar kingdom preoccupies the creative and magical mind alike. To taste starlight and to breathe starfire, to writhe and dance in the ecstasy of their mysteries, to reach out one's fingers and to be embraced back, these are ancient yearnings that only further impress upon modern times. Starlore Arcana invites you to state one of the compulsions that perhaps defines what it means to be human. We invite you to speak with the stars, we invite you to share your dreams, make your wishes, and drink deeply the draught of their incomparable brilliance. Nastasia Roland has artfully transformed John Lenthol's 17th century astronomical playing cards and various celestial atlases, all generously incorporated into these practical and elegant cards. Let them serve as a staring mirror, tool of wonder, and a doorway into the firmament. You are shown how to extend the telescope between your heart star and the heart stars above, and to initiate into the cosmic curiosities that watch for you and await you. The sky is full of heroes and monsters, miraculous creatures and charismatic chimeras, clandestine lovers, and chain-broken princesses, of dragons and phoenixes and beasts from the deepest oceans and tallest mountains. It is your turn to become an active participant in the ongoing mythology the stars have created and continue to create each day. So pull up a chair, shuffle the Starlore Arcana cards, and ask your question of the Shining Ones. The act of creation begins in earnest now. Sasha Ravich. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. So let's dive in. Okay. Wow. Okay. Brief meanings of the suits: clubs, wands, fire, inspiration, energy, passion, movement, change, hearts, cups, water, emotions, creativity, intuition, joy, love, passion, spades, swords, air, actions through thoughts, tools, willpower, action, clarity, diamonds, pentacles, earth, work, possessions, currency, and security, body. Okay, so we can obviously like look at these cards right now and shuffle them up and find out what we're dealing with here as far as like the energies, the current energies. Oh, this one wanted to just sort of fly out here. This the crow. Ooh, the crow, diamond, the crow, Corbus. It says here Algarnard. Um, yeah, so Corbus, Algarab, and the crow, knave of diamonds. Okay, so let's take a look at this energy up closer, okay? Let's see what's going on with this. Corbus. The crow, 112. Okay, 112. Corvus, the crow, knave of diamonds, pentacles. Location, a small constellation in the southern hemisphere. Starlore. In Greek myth, this constellation is associated with the god Apollo, who sent his crow with a cup to fetch water from a sacred spring as libation for a ritual. But when the crow stopped off at the edge of the pool, he saw figs growing on branches above the water. So he waited for them to ripen and then ate the delicious fruit. Now the crow was quite late for the ritual, so he snatched a water snake up in the cup and told Apollo the snake had drunk all the spring water. Apollo knew this was his fault, so he tossed the snake cup and the crow, now condemned to a life of thirst, into the heavens. Another tale tells how the crow is given the duty of watching over Apollo's pregnant lover, the princess Coronis, and the sad circumstances that made Apollo change the formerly white crow to black. Cartomancy. A friend or family member who is not always reliable or honest, youthful, overly optimistic, devoted and loyal, driven but can be self serving. Tarot. Needing to quench a thirst, innocent, shyness, messenger, growing through application, studious, underguard, curiosity, ready for friendship, new beginning, a visitor, a small apology, small business, observant, communication, an offer or gift. Divination. It seems obvious why the 17th century creator of the astronomical playing cards paired the Corvus constellation with the Knave of Pentacles. It is a perfect fit. The term knave formerly meant a boy or young servant, and today it can also be described as someone who is dishonest, knavish, or a swindler. In the myth of Corvus described above, we see the crow as defiantly a knave. He is performing a service for a divine being and is thus an uninitiated helper, apprentice, who will need to carry out several tasks, make many dutiful offerings to Lord Zeus, and learn a great deal about honesty, respect, and being unselfish before advancing to become a master or spiritual adept under the all-knowing god of prophecy. In the alternative myth, Corvus is a messenger crow who brought Apollo news that his lover had married a mortal man, and so the bird, who was originally white, was scorched black by the incensed god of the sun. Not everyone will resonate with being sneaky or disrespectful, so if you are sent on an errand, try not to get distracted. The crow is certainly clever, nothing wrong with that, and in the end, he became part of the dynamic grouping of stars. Work diligently, be observant, and have friendly good humor. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, like collectively, because I just know, like out there are um, a lot of these like crows, okay, amongst the stars, okay, and yes, they are an intricate part of it, of everything, of the collective energy of tarot reading, of being a YouTuber, reading tarot cards, but they're sneaky and they are not being honest. They're only doing the readings for the material gain or the material wealth, and they're not being forthcoming and honest about their true purpose. And I just went through this experience myself, and where I basically invested in a tarot reader that I thought was very spiritually, um, in tune with the morally right aspects to tarot reading, but they were just really in it for the money, and they weren't in it to build real, like, authentic connections, or if they were originally. I feel like they lost sight of that. So I just feel like it's like that is such crow energy. And yeah, they do serve a purpose. You can discover this crow energy and you can see that this person is not being honest and you know why. And therefore, you're like, okay, well, they're not going to be honest, then there's no sense in like investing in dishonesty, right? So they do serve a purpose to discover dishonesty, to discover the truth. Okay, and I feel like that's so funny how my daughter picked up spiritual hater right before right before I started. Hates on your spirituality, light, magic, power. Yeah, I feel like this person that I invested in was definitely a spiritual like hater. Like they hated like the work that I was doing. They didn't respect the work I was doing. They didn't value the work I was doing. They didn't value like the hard um, uh, work that I put into investing in them or being really interested in what they were doing and using it to help me learn more and guide me on my spiritual path and how and you know what it did? It tapped me into my magic power, which is finding liars and discovering people who are phonies and who are just like in it for material gain and wealth, and they are not in tune spiritually whatsoever. And they've learned to like act and pretend that they are spiritually inclined when really they are just looking to make money and have fame. And that's a very shallow, corrupt perspective. And it's no surprise to me that they stand with other corrupt people. So found my magic power through believing this person was a good-hearted person. You take someone at face value, you give them the benefit of the doubt, and then when they let you down, you're like, I can't trust you anymore. I can't invest in you anymore. And they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like they've already built their little like security nest around themselves to protect themselves if they get caught lying and deceiving. But it's still a good idea to still call out bad behavior when you see it, crow behavior when you see it. Okay, so let's take a look here at some other energies that are going on. Whoa, okay. Tucana, Serpentis, rises not. Tucan ate the snake. Oh, and the snake. Nine of diamonds. Okay. Pentacles. And just talking about the crow, uh, Corvus picking up the serpent, and now we see another bird picking up a serpent. There's definitely a theme happening here. Okay. So let's see here. Nine. That's fun to say though. Chicana, Chicana, and serpent. Sounds like I'm reading Latin, maybe. Like this is a different language. Okay, let's see. Chicana, 108. Okay, so Toucan and the Snake, Nine of Diamonds, Pentacles. Location, seen in the southern hemisphere, Serpent is visible from northern and southern hemispheres. Starlore, there is no myth associated with Tucana. It is one of the 12 constellations observed by 16th century Dutch navigators. Astronomer and cartographer Petrus Plancus portrayed the constellation as the South American toucan bird. In Greek myth, serpent means the serpent and is held by the constellation Ophiuchus, associated with the healer god Asclepius. son of Apollo. Oh my gosh, we're just talking about Apollo, and this is his son. Okay. Who learned secret herbal healing techniques from a snake, and his staff is entwined with serpents. Cardomancy. Nine of diamonds. Cardomancy can indicate trouble, obstacles, and difficulty. Not the best of luck at the current moment. Unexpected expenses, endings, or movings on to new things. Tarot. Abundance, independence, serenity, comfort, success, and prosperity. Through hard work, steadfast behavior, achieving what you deserve, plenty and material well-being, luxuriating country life, living the good life, safety, accomplishment, self-love, good on your own, carefree, single, beautiful. Divination. The toucan is a colorful, beautiful, intelligent, carefree, and independent. The snake is wise, cunning, protective, and able to shed its skin. An indication of a lifestyle transformation toward independence. Someone may discover it is time to shed the skin of a clinging lifestyle that has wrapped them up so tightly it might take quite some time to be free of it. The Ouroboros to serpent swallowing its own tail is the symbol of renewal on the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. If this card resonates, it may be time to shed yourself of any coiling and clinging bonds and experience the release and healing that come with being free, like a colorful and exotic bird, joyful, independent, no longer relying on another person, place, job, situation, or lifestyle that no longer inspires or feeds the soul. The Nine of Pentacles experiences this bird and snake as blessed allies and symbols of great abundance, aspiration, sovereignty, freedom, protection, and victory. It is a recognition to fight against personal fears and advance in life, a time to experience material well-being, safety, and accomplishment due to celestial bird's eye vision, coupled with any cathodic earthly serpent healing done to envision work, or with the advice of an herbalist who can recommend plant allies to work with for inner alchemy. Okay, so I feel like the cure here, obviously, to like this betrayal that you've encountered with trusting this energy in the past, it's um, it's like you're in a time of healing now. Okay, because I feel like yeah, like there's so many like I feel like you have big dreams and big goals and like you have visions of what the future could be or what the future could look like, and then you share those visions with like other spiritual people or people you think are spiritual, and they are completely like very closed off to the idea of that. And it's not to say like your ideas aren't valid or your ideas aren't good, but they just like are closed off to it because they are very close-minded, or they're very just like protective to the point where it's like almost like a detriment. So I feel like the cards are saying like it is personal when you invest in something for so long and the energy you put out there for so long is so supportive. But it's really for you, okay? The energy you're putting out there is really for you because if you're investing in something for, you know, um, that connection, I feel like you got that connection. You got that lesson. Don't trust people, right? Not don't trust anyone or anybody, but just don't trust people um, when once they've let you down. You don't need to trust them anymore. The universe is giving you like an out. It's giving you a way out because I feel like you're such a kind, loving person. You're such a healer. You're such a spiritual person that keeps getting these visions and these dreams of healing people and loving people and caring for people. And you're getting all these signs and symbols that you can transform your life to be a better person each and every day. Um, but the problem is that you're also like receiving a lot of like haters. You're also receiving a lot of like people saying, "Wow, I wish this person wasn't on this spiritual journey because now it's like it's a competition." All right, so that being said, I'm gonna pull the next card. Ooh, Arandanos, the river, Eight of Diamonds, Pentacles, the river. Okay, kind of looks like a snake, sort of. Um, okay, so yeah, you kind of just have to learn to like let go that like energy that's holding you back from who you are and what your purpose is and where you're meant to go. Like I feel like you're just like reinvesting in yourself. Okay, because you were your energy was very like investment toward others. And now it's like, okay, the universe wants you to know now it's time to invest in yourself again. Because you already gave so much. And now you're getting all these signs like it's not time to invest in others. That's why it's like self love time, okay? Erendus, the river, Eight of Diamonds, Pentacles. Okay, let's see. What's this about? Okay, so let's see what the river is about here. Location. Seen in the southern hemisphere at the feet of Orion and below Cetus, Arendus looks like a river winding down toward the South Pole. Starlore. Great in size, Arendus is associated with the Nile River, the Po River, and in other accounts, the ocean. In Greek literature, this constellation is identified with the Baltic Sea and with the amber that was carried to the Mediterranean by trade river routes. The myth ties amber into the story by describing the riverbank that the excitable and powerful Paphion, son of the sun goddess Halos, fell against when Zeus threw a lightning bolt down upon his father's son chariot that the youth had been unskillfully driving. Along the riverbanks, Pathion's mourning sisters cried so much they were turned into droplets of amber from poplar trees. Again, Zeus in here, okay? Cardamancy, planning finances, careful with spending, travel, gut instincts, energetic, vitality, unpredictable, a powerful partnership. Oh, okay. An artisan or writer at work. Researcher, laboring to master a skill or craft, passion for work, working out relationships, employment, eye for detail, earning pay. Your effort will pay off. Meticulous, commissions, productive, labor that runs its full course and brings long-term benefits. This card's myth works as a fable or parable to advise its reader to be humble and to calm youthful enthusiasm in order to work diligently, to learn the skills needed to undertake a big or important job, situation, or work partnership. Hubris can get you easily burned, or others may feel the need to bring you down a notch. Spiritual haters, right? Perhaps to a more entry level position until you have successfully learned the ropes and can fly solo. If the opportunity presents itself, surrender to your boss, higher up, skilled craftspeople, or elders' needs and let them instruct you. The story of Pathon and the Sun Chariot will forever be told, serving as a lesson for future generations. If things are difficult or getting out of control, ask higher ups for help. Don't go it alone. Focus intently on the job at hand, putting in many days and hours of labor or research, kind of paying your dues. As they say, to learn what is needed to expand your skills set to the ACE, the college job interview, to land the new position or to gain the further expertise necessary to master craft. If you have started at an entry level position, you will eventually gain the ability to work at the front of the house. So have patience. You can magically work with 8 drops of gold and amber to pray to Halos for help with growing your blessed pentacles long term. Okay, yeah, so I feel like because you invested in somebody, um, the lesson you learned really wasn't like the lesson that you were expecting. And I feel like it's like because like you were really like the teacher, like in the whole situation. I feel like you're the lesson bringer. You're bringing the lesson to people. It's like we don't need to hate on each other because um we're jealous of their successes and we're jealous of like their gifts, and so we have to like um sort of hide behind um I feel like it's like a social class thing, but I also feel like it's like um I'm trying to think of the right. It's almost like this person or this group of people or this energy believes that they're like in a higher class than you because they have gained more wealth perhaps than you have, or you yet to have done so. However, that's not a spiritual belief system. A spiritual belief system is not based off of social class. It's based off of healing. It's based off of soulful believing that somebody's soul is on a specific journey and they're going through a hardship during that journey right now. And they are trying to gain momentum, or they're trying to increase their um, belief in themselves. Okay, they've gone through a hardship, they've gone through a trauma, they've gone through a loss, and now they're asking the universe, why has this happened to me, or how can I get through this, how can I believe that I get luckier, how can I believe life gets better from here. And the right teachers will make suggestions and give ideas and insights to how one can heal, how one can improve themselves. They're not going to like attack you and make you feel bad that you're going through this hardship and be like, oh, well, you're down on your luck. Oh, that's too bad. Let me throw in another attack and another attack. Let's see how many problems you can endure in one day, 1 month, 1 year. Okay. And yes, we live in a world where it's like very class warfare. There's corruption everywhere. We're dealing with a lot of problems right now of, rich elitists, corrupt politicians, trying to make people who weren't born into money feel bad about it, stay in like a mental state of fear. And it's like spiritual warfare. It's class warfare. Okay, so I feel like people bring in class warfare into what is supposed to be a spiritual practice is never okay. And therefore, I feel like you are sort of like almost like the Zeus in this situation, where you're like to the crow, you're like, what'd you do? Why are you lying there? Okay. Calling them out. Okay. Calling these spiritual haters out. They're hating you because you're not participating in class warfare. You're not standing with the elitists. You're not standing with the big mega, you know, uh, YouTubers out there that are already doing very well financially, or so they say. To be honest, I don't think they really can say that, and they're just like very egotistical and they're very close-minded. Um, but either way, that's like you're the one calling it out. You're the one calling out the behavior, because I feel like you're like the mom, right? Or like the teacher of, if that's your voice right there. It's like, or the detective, like you're finding the problems and you're trying to solve them. Okay, like it's there are heroes and there are monsters, like there are villains, and I feel like you're calling it out. You're finally saying, like, enough is enough. Like, stop lying to people. Like, and it's just so that they can get more money, honestly. They're lying to themselves, okay? Nobody really wants, at the end of the day, to support hate, especially if you claim to be a spiritual leader. Why are you hating on people of different cultures and different races? Why are you hating on women? If you're spiritual, then you would not be doing that. If you've already tuned in to that practice, if you've already tuned in to that that's your destiny, that's your calling, that's your purpose, that's your identity. You're a spiritual healer, you're a shaman, you're witch, wizard, but like a good witch, a good wizard. I guess there are evil spiritual practitioners. So you just got to be careful, and they're not going to come across as like that Orga. What is his name? Orga? Oh, I don't know if you saw Nosferatu with Johnny Depp's daughter played in it, Lily Depp, and the monster was Orlok. Yes, okay, that's what I'm thinking of, Orlok. So Orlok, there are some major Orloks, okay, but they're not gonna look like Orlok, okay. That was like Hollywood, makeup artist, really, really talented makeup artist, and costume designer, like making Orlok look straight up out of a nightmare, okay. Um, but Trump. Anyways, but yeah, like there are some major Orlocks out there, okay? But they're not gonna look like Orlok, okay? Maybe some of them will like sort of resemble him, but they're mostly going to be wearing a mask to hide who they are, okay? I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to teach anyone who's listening out there, like how to identify monsters and villains. Like, is they do exist, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just get like a couple more cards here. Uh, Delphinus. Okay, the dolphin, 7 of Diamonds, Pentacles. Okay, she looks pissed. Delphinus looks pissed. Okay, Delphinus, 7 of Diamonds. Okay, let's see what Delphinus has to say about this. Okay, what do you do before bed? Really slowly. It is mom's favorite color. Do you get that right? It's candy. The Dolphin, 104. We're staying up here in the hundreds. Okay. Oh, Delphinus comes right before Horrendous. Okay. Okay, Delphinus. Alright, let's see what's up with Delphinus. Okay. Location lies in the northern hemisphere between the constellations Pegasus and Aquila, just north of the celestial equator. Starlore. In Greek mythology or myth, here we go. Poseidon, the god of the sea, wanted to marry the beautiful Nereid, sea nymph Aphrodite, but she was unwilling and fled to Mount Atlas. Delphinus, the dolphin, caught up with her and convinced Aphrodite to wed Poseidon, who, overjoyed, placed the sacred dolphin among the stars. Another telling is that of the Greek poet Arion of Lesbos, who was rescued from drowning by a dolphin. Cartomancy, financial milestones, success, achievement, challenges at work, adjustments, spiritual values, perceiving your value or another's. Tarot, fruitful finances and goals, letting things occur organically, allowing seeds you've sown to take root and grow, personal treasures, new cycles, investing, increase, financial stability, pondering, being grounded, taking inventory, structured routine, nurturing energy, manual labor. Divination. The sea dolphin is a joyful, graceful, intelligent, generous, protective, and communicative. They symbolize corruption, grace, freedom, affection, and friendship. Allow your creative talents to swim out into the world and let your alliances occur organically and naturally through personal bonds and shared spiritual values. Know your worth and the worth of those you grow, nurture, or create things for. Examine the fruits of your labor to see how you can increase growth and nurture things further to reap the reward of a good harvest. Think about the long term and new cycles that come on the rising tides. A card of ingenuity and independence. It also refers to going within to find the answers to whether what you are producing will be successful. Get down to brass tacks and decision making, create structured routines, focus on your health and all good things to ensure prosperity down the line. Eager to preserve your dignity or your wealth, what are you tending and nurturing? This can be a time of great pride and well deserved outcome or harvest, a season of peace and harmony. Work with others, perhaps even help rescue a business in need, and great abundance may come in waves. Your totem of spirituality may be stacking up, and others can see how well you embody it. As you provide nurturing wisdom to the people around you, joyously helping them swim well through the currents of life. See, this whole entire reading is basically saying to you, like, yes, you had to endure a spiritual hater, and it really sucked because you were having these dreams and these visions of like major, huge, like, like accomplishments, like on a spiritual level. And I feel like you work in like a spiritual, um, like, uh, like career field. Okay, I've been referencing tarot readers and YouTube readers, so you're probably one of those people that are like slowly building into your business tarot reading, and maybe you're doing like creative things and designing tarot cards. Maybe you're like it talked about artists and artistic talents here. So you're definitely someone who is very artistic and very creative. And I feel like when you align, and it comes from a place of like soulful passion and emotions, because water, emotions. So it comes from that place of really being like truly yourself and your really true identity here. And when you align with someone who is supposed to be supportive, or somebody who's supposed to be um, emotionally intelligent, more or less, but then it turns out they are lacking in that department. And I feel like you did in the past invest in their small business and in their business model, and in turn they like slighted you, you know what I'm saying, or they, like they insulted you. And I feel like that made you very hesitant toward trusting yourself again, loving yourself again, because they didn't want you to feel loved, and they didn't want you to feel supported because they're a hater. So, so that kind of puts you at sort of like a standstill to figure out, like, do I really deserve, you know, any sort of like support, right? It kind of made you feel like rejected, okay? But in truth, it's like, forget the rejection, forget the haters, focus on your work, focus on your artistic talents and your artistic abilities, focus on your dreams and your visions, because I feel like you have met some really pretty creative people that you really are like inspired by. But once you've opened up with them about like how you want to collaborate with them, or how you want to invest with them, or how you want to work with them, they've shut you down time and time again. And I'm not saying it's because, like, how you get so many no's, but then you finally get a yes. I feel like it's that time right now in your life. People rejected Star Wars. I forget what exactly company it was that rejected Star Wars, but it's Star Wars. How can you reject Star Wars? You've got to be mad, okay? People, SNL rejected Jim Carrey. Are you insane? Like, you have to understand that, like, people are going to say no to you because they are jealous of you. They're going to say no to you because they just want your money, and they want you to shut up and listen to the bullshit propaganda that they're shoving down your throat and into your mind. That is corruption. That is elitism. That is anti-women's rights. And I feel like you just are getting over the shock and disbelief of this. But either way, you are going to be starting to reinvest into your future and into other small businesses, other artists, other creative types like yourself that are actually going to appreciate your investments, that are actually going to appreciate your time, that are actually going to appreciate your energy, and it's going to pull you back into your purpose and your destiny and what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel supported. And Delphinus is like, believe in yourself, okay? Support yourself. Trust that this is the right decision to make, okay? You want to follow your emotions. Poseidon was like the god of like water and oceans and stuff like that. So you want to invest in your emotions and in your feelings. And yeah, for sure, big time here. The diamonds, pentacles, earth, work, possessions, currency, security, body. Yeah. Hearts, cups, water, emotions, creativity, intuition, joy, love, and passion. Okay, so these are all diamonds. Okay, and the diamonds are telling a story of creatures that live in the water and of the river. Okay, these are all diamonds here. Okay, so um, yeah, 8, strength, overcoming, equilibrium, action, swift, resurrection. It's like you're resurrecting yourself. I feel like, on a spiritual level here. Number 9, closure, crisis, maturity, fulfillment, talent, karma, independence. You are meant to go through this karmic change. Oh, look, there's a card stuck under here, number 10. Okay, I'll read this one then. So it was stuck under number 9 here. Okay, the magnitudes of the stars: 1 first, 2 second, 3 third, 4 fourth, 5 fifth, 6 sixth, and the nebulous. Okay, Dorado. Okay, rises not. Dolphin, fish, 10 of diamonds, pentacle. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's interesting how that was stuck right over here under toucan serpents. Okay, so number 10, and it's a diamond, all diamonds. Wow. Okay, 10. Dorado. Dorado. Okay, that's fun to say. Number 10, ending, cycles, anticipation, gain in circumstances, gift or assets, legacies, and perfection, completion. Okay, here we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Let's see here. Number 10. Dorado. Okay. Dolphin fish. Okay. So it's a dolphin fish. Here. Okay. Location, seen in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so we got southern hemispheres. We got more southern hemisphere. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, northern hemisphere. Okay, so there are no myths associated with Dorado, as it was one of the 12 constellations created by 16th century Dutch navigators. Okay, astronomer and cartographer Petrus Plancius portrayed this constellation as a fish. The Spanish word dorado means dolphin fish, which is the strong tropical ray fin fish, mai mai. The Hawaiian word mai means strong. Cartomancy, prosperity and abundance, success after a time of obstacles, see, or difficulties, which may now be behind you, independence, joy, and expression of all the good things. Tarot, great wealth, happy home, the good life, pets, fine possessions, stability, heritage, gain, everything falling into place, grounded, inheritance, marketplace, legacy. See, it's all coming together. You had to meet this crow and be like, no, no, no. Like, I'm not going to put up with the lying and the deceiving. And then you had to go on a spiritual journey to like redefine your goals and redefine yourself, because it was like you supported this person, you saw them as another spiritual healer, as a friend, as like as someone you could confide in with your feelings and emotions, and then in turn they rejected you, basically. You know, you like went through like a spiritual breakup, I feel like, with this energy that this crow is incorporating in your life. Okay, so now you're experiencing your future. You're seeing your future now. It's all making sense. Like, you love yourself and support yourself and care about yourself a great deal. You shed the old skin. You shed the old version of you where you like invested in. It wasn't you invested in people because like you okay. It wasn't like you invested in people just because you had no purpose behind it. You invested in these energies and these people because you believed in what they were saying and doing was like really awesome and amazing, and they were helping people spiritually, and then you found out it was all just a lie. But and that sucks. That does suck, okay? But regardless of all that, you made it through, you journeyed down the river, and you got Delphinus to be like, hey girl, I got you. Let's align you with the right person, Poseidon, at the right time. Let's get you married. I mean, I'm not saying you're actually getting married, but I'm saying aligning with those energies, aligning with the energy of marrying yourself to your feelings and emotions and your intuition, and helping that ground you so that you can create success for yourself. So instead of giving money to spiritual people that are lying, now you can discern who's the liars and the non-liars, who's the fakes and the phonies versus the real deal, and you are the real deal. You are the real deal. That's the whole thing here. It's like, yes, there's going to be other spiritual practitioners and teachers and shamans and healers and tarot readers. And yeah, they're going to have messages that are important for you and that you like and all this other stuff. And like, it's okay to like help them out and invest in them when you can, as long as they're not lying, as long as they're not being phonies and preaching about, you know, self-love and self-care and trusting in yourself and believing in yourself versus spending money and investing in a narcissistic, egotistical, misogynistic tarot reader. Okay, you're not going to do that anymore. Okay, um, and it's a good thing too, because they don't deserve your money. They don't deserve your hard-earned money. Okay, so and you're now going to invest in yourself. You're going to invest in trusting and believing in yourself. Okay, and we have divination. The Mai Mai is a deep water fish. The Dorado and Ten of Pentacles. Okay. The Dorado and the Ten of Pentacles speak to us of the deep ocean of our inner being from which we can draw great strength by being one with unspoiled nature. In doing so, we connect more profoundly with our environment and celebrate the legacy of a strong heritage in right relation and interconnectedness with all beings, human, animal, and the superhuman. Waiting inside the serene and joyful well of existence that your true north is guiding you toward is your ultimate feeling of being home, where you can share great stability, grounding, and pleasure with those you are in kinship with, whether that is actually family or a soul family that has collectively come together through synergy and mutual respect and support. After cycles of challenge, you are stepping into a place of peace and contentment and can expect to live the good life. Thriving, jumping, splashing into the great ocean of possibilities because you've sown and grown the seeds of the future, work diligently to manifest an outcome while learning to love yourself by strengthening your independence and finances. Things are naturally falling into place. This energy has been calling for generations through multidimensional realities and the desire of a strong somatic way of living and being with the pandemic all. This is providence and a solid placement on earth, free from any self-imposed prisons, false masks. Say I talked about false masks, right? And hardening shells of the past. A life as flexible as a sleek and colorful fish leaping out of water that holds the key that fits the lock of your dream home and future legacy. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Okay, beautiful souls. Keep dreaming about your dream life, your dream home, your dream job, all of it, because it essentially is like you fall into a place where you um, might lose faith in yourself, or you might lose faith in your ability to overcome certain situations, certain challenges, certain obstacles, certain energies, certain toxic individuals. But ultimately, you can overcome it, and you will overcome it because you are very supported, you are very loved, you are very intelligent. You are, look at this, it's all diamonds, okay? It's so beautiful, okay? Um, and I just think it's like at the end of the day, it's like you want to feel secure and you want to feel emotionally supported, and you are on that journey, okay? And you are bringing that harmony and that balance to your life, and it's going to you're gonna ultimately like be like spreading joy and happiness, because you're incorporating that into your life, and you want others to feel joy and happiness. You want others to feel secure. You want others to be able to see their dreams come true and not keep having to fight against these very toxic, lying, masked as like, oh yeah, we're so loving and kind individuals, when really they're just toxic, corrupt, you know, liars, okay? But you are not that, okay? And you are continuously building and growing a beautiful, sustainable life for yourself. And it's going to manifest into real, tangible things that you can actually call your own, and you can actually be proud of your accomplishments. You don't have to like constantly be worrying about other people and that are lying. Like, don't worry about the liars. Don't worry about the elitists. Don't worry about the corrupt people. They'll figure it out. If not, oh well, that sucks for you. But you're going to keep working at what's best for you and overcoming a lot of different challenges and obstacles along the way, because you're very strong and you're very smart and you're very brave and you're very intelligent. So that's what I have for you. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.